Commanders, it is time for some morning motivation. And my theme for today is finishing the project. Right? It's that, the final stretch. And, we're in the 11th hour. Um, it's so funny. I had a mentor of mine uh, that, doing software development over the many years. And he was like, the last 10% of any project takes 90% of the time. I don't know if that resonates with you or not. Um, I would suspect yes. Uh, and so I'm in that spot right now where I'm working on my roundtable program. I'm this close to being ready to launch it. Um, it's been a fun journey. Um, but my original goal, my original timeline was to have started the launch of it actually the end of last week. And as I'm working through things, 'cause stuff kept popping up and things kept happening, and I'm like, getting real frustrated. And what I realized was that I didn't have a proper like project plan. I knew the outline of where I was going and what are the things where I needed to get done, but it's in that the little details that I ended up missing. So I actually now have on my whiteboard here um, a list, a project plan. I did it in Excel of like, okay, I need to, do the goal deep dives page. I need to do the power rituals, the habits page. Um, you know, make sure everything is aligned. All the images are done. Create my Pomodoro video. Right. So it's all of the little steps that need to be done. And that's where the real detail comes in is especially when you're in the final stages of the project, write out every little thing that needs to happen for this to be launched, right? To be done, right? And for most projects, I subscribe to the agile methodology. Is what's the MVP, the minimum viable product, right? What do you have to get done so that it is launchable, right? That it's enough to get the basics done. And then once you get past that, now we can kind of iterate through and okay, well, let's improve that. Let's make this next item a little bit better, right? And so that's kind of the way that I'm working on this project. Get it out there, get it launched where we can have the founders event be the people that want to come in and do the live trainings with me that will be eventually part of the program, right? And get the we're going to build it together for this first month, right? And I can improve each piece continually after that, right? But it what I really wanted to connect with people on today was what do you do when you've passed you're at the deadline or you've passed it a little bit and you're getting tired. It's like it's getting frustrating because I think that so often we we stop projects, especially like our passion projects where it's not required for work, right? It's not, there's not somebody standing over you going, you will do this, you will do this, right? It's your project. Like if I decide that I don't launch the round table program, nobody's going to come scream at me. It's mine, right? And in those projects, when we start getting this resistance, is what it is. This resistance point where we're almost there. It's that last 10%, the last 5%. that the resistance really comes into play, and you start getting tired, and you start getting frustrated, and you start doubting whether it's worth it. It's all of the self-doubt, all of the negative self-talk starts coming into play. And so it's for people who are there. That's who this part is for, right? Because I've been there. I'm going through it now, all right? And so, I always come back to the Atomic Triad, foundation, framework, manifestation. How do I use that to overcome this hurdle, right? So for me, it's my foundation piece is self mastery. It's the cultivating your inner strength. Realize, why am I doing this again? Right? What's my purpose behind this project? Why am I doing it? Right? Because if it's just, well, because I wanted to make some extra money, right? Or it's just, it's just something fun to do. That's not usually enough to get you through the resistance that you're facing, right? So it's, reflect. Why am I doing this again? What's the purpose behind it? How is it going to improve my life, improve the world, improve, whatever it is, right? For me, for the round table, for instance, right? I- I'm I'm doing this not so much for me. It's that I've got this music in me that I need to get out. I have this message, the whole concept of the the atomic triad, and the mistakes that I've made in my life that I don't want anybody else to go through, right? It's my lighthouse of, here's what I've done. Here's what I've done well. Here's what I've done that's terrible. Learn from it. You don't have to go through 4 decades of mistakes, right? Here they are, right here, right? That that's my purpose in doing this round table. It's to help people grow their careers, their business, and not lose their soul in the process, right? Um, and just and that purpose will pull you through. And then the other part of that is, what are the stories that you're telling yourself? What are the stories that you've got going? Well, I never finish projects anyway. What's the self-talk that's happening? And is that right? Because usually it is not. Um, and so look at what is our self-talk? What are we telling ourselves that is hurting us from finishing our project? And hurting us, that's increasing the resistance. Because and change that self-talk. My old story is that I never finish a project. Yeah, nope. My new story is that I finish what I start, and I'm going to make this happen for real, right? That's the kind of thing. You change that mindset, that framework, or the foundation, boom, right? And then framework. This is what's the strategy, right? That was part of what I did with my, creating the huge, really detailed project plan. Was I needed to know, what do I really need to do to get to the MVP, the minimum viable product? What do I need to do to get it out the door? And then we can keep working and fixing things, right? And so let's look at our goals. Let's look at what do we need to do, and let's get it really down there. How long will it take me, right? That was the fun thing this past weekend on Friday. What's it, Wednesday now. On Friday, I did my project plan, and I said I went put hours next to everything, and it was like 74 hours of work. And my kids were like, I was telling them about it, and I'm like, I wanted to launch this Monday at the latest, and it's 74 hours of work. That's not going to happen, right? But now I had it made it so much easier to work because I had that plan and I had a detailed list of here's what I needed to do, that it was like, okay, and now I got that little dopamine hit checking stuff off the list because I had a bunch of, a whole bunch of like little 1 hour things that were just, it's update the copy on this page. Boom. I felt better about it. It helped reduce the resistance to getting the rest of the project done. Right. And because before that, it was this huge thing, right? It's like, how do I eat the elephant kind of a deal, which I've never understood why people want to eat an elephant, but that's a whole different story. Um, so detail it, get your framework out there of here's what I really need to do, and then take imperfect action. Do something on the list, and especially when you're feeling a little bit defeated, pick something small, do it, mark it off. Wow, hey, I can do that half hour item. That's easy, right? One pomodoro, and get that done. Right? And then once you get started, you've got momentum again, things flow. All right. And that's what manifestation, right? So we've the foundation, change your mindset, the framework, reevaluate your plans, get a plan, and then manifestation is start taking action. Start doing the items on the list. And you know, don't it doesn't have to be perfect. One of the biggest challenges we have is we want to take perfect action. We want it to be exactly the way. No, it's never going to be perfect, right? I I have a huge issue with perfection. I want it to be perfect and exact. And somebody once told me that, Dan, the position of perfection and omnipotence is taken. Uh, right? So imperfect action is better than nothing. And that's what you need to be doing, is you just need to be taking action. And find people to encourage you, right? That's why, I was telling my kids, I've got this list, and I sent a picture of the project list to my wife, and with all of the different things. And as I check off more, I'll send it again. I was like, wow, yeah, hey, good job, right? If you need somebody to be a cheerleader for you, message me here, right? What project are you working on? Well, I'll give you a pep talk if you need it, right? But find somebody that can be, they don't have to be working on the project with you, but can encourage you to, hey, keep going, good job, right? And share those wins out. Okay. All right. So when the project gets hard, when you're at the end, it's absolutely necessary, take that inner commander and push yourself forward, and understand that, as my mentor told me, the last 10% of any project seems to take 90% of the time. So understand that sometimes it will be a little bit more than you think, but that's okay, because you can do it. I know, I'm super excited to be working on this roundtable program and getting it out there, because that's my purpose. So what's yours? Um, I'd love to hear what you're working on, what projects you're excited about. Um, Message me here, right? Let's chat about it. And if you are interested in being one of those founders for the roundtable program that I'm working on, you can go to thirdpowerperformance.com/earlybird. That gets you on the waiting list. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to connecting with people that want to have a better life and want to have more success and all of that without losing their soul in the process. So it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. All right, my friends, time to go make breakfast. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and we shall talk again tomorrow. So until then, keep living your life to the third power. Take care.